And we should be recording. You should be seeing my screen. I should be saying, welcome everybody to Wednesday night with DigieBot. We're going to do an intro to Digi. We're going to do a walkthrough, a little slide presentation. I'll talk a little bit at the end, give a little special discount if you hang on to the end. And I want to be sharing some things with our current Digi traders at the end also. And you're welcome to stay for that included. So let's dive in here. So let's cover the basics. When trading with Digi, we do not believe in taking losing trades because of our money management and the way that we do trade it as an asset. But even with that said, I have to make this statement. There is a risk in trading. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. There is no guarantees in trading. Never trade with money you can't afford to lose. Please no recording of this. If you want a portion of it or would like a recording of this, reach out to the staff. We'll do our best to see if we can help you out. All right. So why is Digi different? Why do we not believe in losing trades? We're going to kind of go through that, and we're going to kind of prove it also. And then what is Digi's ideology? It's trading ideology, and that's really what puts us in a place where we don't believe in taking losing trades. Doesn't mean losing trades can't happen. The question is if there are losing trades, what do we do with those losing trades? Or if a coin ever goes to zero value, which that is a possibility in this marketplace, what do we do with that? So we'll talk a little bit about that. Digi's winning trades, we'll actually show you winning trades, even though past performance is no guarantee of future results. We'll actually show you what Digi has done in the past and what it's currently doing this month. Okay. There will be a bonus at the end, which will be a discount for you guys that are new. And so hang on for that. And so let's dive right in here. So is crypto here to stay? Let's answer that question first, because kind of senseless to talk about Digi if we don't believe that crypto is going to be around for a while. So let's answer that question. It's kind of a new world. We look at all the top stories, and I need to update this slide, but we talk about PayPal. We talk about Elon Musk. We talk about Michael Saylor. These guys are putting major amounts of money in Bitcoin. I think Michael Saylor, I think it was announced today or yesterday, just put another $1 billion in Bitcoin. Elon Musk put $1.5 billion in Bitcoin a couple of weeks ago. And so PayPal, major banks, major corporations are all getting involved in the blockchain. And a lot of them are specifically getting involved with Bitcoin. So lots of major players. So yeah, I think it's here to stay. There's other evidence that it's here to stay. Some of our major institutions are putting lots of patents in the blockchain. We can see, MasterCard, we can see Amazon, we can see, IBM, on and on, just right down the list. A lot of the major players, Alibaba, over 200 patents in this space. And when you think that the average patent around the world, when you do 200 countries around the world, is about $1 million per patent. So on the high end, these guys are probably paying $1 million plus. On the low end, minimum 50,000 probably plus per patent, just to get them registered and start putting them around the world with the major countries that they need to be filed with. So companies are making major investments in this space, which to me really gives me a lot of comfort in the credibility of the space itself. So let's go on. Bitcoin price predictions. Let's dig into this a little bit. This gentleman at 1.05% of all Bitcoin, he's predicting it to go to $1 million a coin. Now, if you're out on the internet at all, you're hearing that prediction by many, many people at this point. This gentleman is predicting it, or was predicting it, by 2037. I don't know if he's updated that or not, but still $1 million a coin. And I want you to remember that number, because that becomes, I think, a serious game changer for all of us. When I came on with this, I said, I'm so excited about this space and where we're at and what we're doing. It's simply because of the blockchain opportunities that we have emerging right now that are going to create a lot of what I believe Bitcoin or blockchain millionaires. This gentleman, He is probably the reason PayPal got involved in the blockchain. He's on the board of directors. He believes it's going to go to 1 million by 2027. I like that date more than I like 37, right? But either way, I like the $1 million. I like this gentleman also, 700,000. He didn't pick a date. He's also a major player in this space. And we look at things like Citibank, 120,000 in 2021. We're at $50,000 today. Just in the last month or so, we've gone from around 20,000 and below up to $50,000, heading towards this number. Will we hit this number this year? No guarantees whether we will or not, but no doubt. So major players are getting involved, and they are chewing up the liquidity in this market. So when the market takes any drop, these guys are coming in with hundreds of millions and billions of dollars and buying up the Bitcoin. So, excuse me. So that is exactly what will cause us to go to 120,000 or even $1 million somewhere down the road, is because the major players are absorbing all of the liquidity in this marketplace. Super exciting. So DigieBot has one main goal. It is to accumulate crypto or accumulate Bitcoin or accumulate certain coins, and with an expectation of a growth factor to that coin. I'm going to talk a little bit about what that means as we go into tonight. But the main thing that we're wanting to do is we're wanting to accumulate coins. And there's a reason we want to accumulate those coins, because we believe whatever we accumulate today, because if Bitcoin goes to 100,000 or $1 million, and if we accumulate one Bitcoin, right, when it hits $1 million, we are now worth $1 million. And that accumulation is done through a couple of different means. It's done either through outright buying a Bitcoin or trading Bitcoin and accumulating Bitcoin. Those are the two primary ways that we can get to a Bitcoin. And most of us don't want to go out and throw 50 grand down right now to own a single Bitcoin. So we would like to trade or trade assets, one asset for another asset, to actually accumulate Bitcoin. I'm going to show you how we do that tonight. When we look at achieving profits with accumulation or accumulating assets, what you'll see tonight on our trade results is you'll actually see the percent profit per trade when I get to that screen. And the thing that is so powerful about where we're at in the crypto space, when I see a 2%, 3%, or 5% gain on a particular trade, that's what it gained today. But that accumulation, that asset that it gained today, is based at $50,000 a coin. When it goes to $100,000 a coin, that gain doubled. When it goes to $1 million a coin, that went up by 20 times. Okay, so the accumulation and the future profit of that accumulation is very, very significant. And we don't have that in other markets. We'll dig a little deeper into that also as we go on. We use money management to trade all assets back to profit whenever possible. What do I mean by that? We believe that we own the asset. We own the Bitcoin. This is, an artificial Bitcoin here. I own this Bitcoin, so to speak. And if I own the Bitcoin, if the Bitcoin drops in value, I don't have to sell it. It's my Bitcoin. I'm not leveraged. I don't owe anybody any money for it. I own that coin outright. So if I own the coin outright, then I can move with the market. If the market goes negative for a little while, I can accumulate more Bitcoin. That's an opportunity to buy Bitcoin at a discount. Everybody kind of gets panicked when the market drops. It's one of the most exciting times, honestly, because as soon as that market drops, goes from 50,000, maybe back down to 30 or even 25,000 if we get lucky, right? And you hear me, I say lucky, right? Because if it gets back down there, we could accumulate more Bitcoin at a lower price. and we own that Bitcoin that we bought at 50,000, if we bought it at 50, and we own that Bitcoin we bought at 25,000, and we own the Bitcoin that we bought at 30,000, and some of us own the Bitcoin that we bought way down at 3,000. A lot of people on this call bought it at 3,000, right? So we own Bitcoin at all these different ranges, but what's most important, and the most important thing you're going to hear tonight is that you own the Bitcoin. And you own that Bitcoin when it goes to $1 million. And it didn't matter if you bought it at 50,000 or 25,000, maybe a little bit, right? Because you gained a little bit more in that 50,000, but when it hits $1 million, it becomes a moot point. The key is absolutely accumulating coins, and Bitcoin's not the only coin that's going to have an extreme growth factor. It's just the one we're talking about tonight because it's the one that everybody's so excited about in the marketplace. So we believe we own the coin, and we believe never, if we can keep from it, closing any coin negative so that we can accumulate those assets and trade those assets for assets that we want for long term. All right, do we have winning trades? Digi loves winning trades. We're going to look at that right now. Let me hit escape on this. And all right, so I'm going to go right into our performance here, guys. On our website, on digiebot.com, under performance, you can select a month, and you can actually look at the coins that we traded, the number of trades that we took. This is the number of unique ADA BTC trades we took. We've closed 100% of those trades, so 100% of the 21 trades in an average profit of 2.45%. The BTC trades, USD BTC, we've closed 82% of those in 2% profit. So what does that mean? It means that we're accumulating. In this case, we sold some BTC and we bought ADA. When we sold our ADA, it went back to Bitcoin. So we accumulated that Bitcoin, and we did it on an average of 2.45%. Very significant both today and very, very significant when Bitcoin hits $1 million, okay? And just to be clear, some people like Michael Saylor and stuff are predicting much higher than $1 million a coin. And I don't think they're necessarily out of the ballpark. And there's really solid reasons for why they say that. But when I look at this, I scroll down, I can see all of the coins that we traded. I can see the percent on average profit. I can see the current close here. I can go back to January. We can look at January. Here's linked, 25 linked, average profit 4.27%. Here's ETC BTC, average profit 2.81%. And you can see 99% close, 99, 84. So it's telling you how much of these trades we've closed and how much we still have in open trades. Again, we own the asset. We don't necessarily have to sell it unless we hit the target profit that we're looking for. And in some cases, some people are looking for higher profits. So we have some trades that are open still. So that kind of gives you an idea of a bigger view of our winning trades. I'm going to dial down and we're going to look at the actual report here. This is, as you can see, our live trades here, live. This is in our Kraken exchange. And these are our sold trades for this month from the 1st through today, okay? And what you're going to see here, this is the P&L or the profit column. So this is the column to pay attention to as I scroll down. We have some trades at 2%, 3%. You'll see a number of percentages here, 4%, 5%, some ones were up above a little bit, 1 point something, a lot of fives here. We've been working on our algorithms for the exits and really pleased with how we're performing now. I think we've really picked up that pace. Here's 1.65. We have some of that, but again, a lot of fives, a lot of twos here, a lot of threes here, all threes, middle threes, one again. But you can kind of get an idea, and it's slightly below one. So here's the other thing that we do. If a trade closes too low, we actually set that trade to reopen at its current close, and we trade that up to a higher percentage. We never like to leave a trade either negative or a trade at too low of a profit percentage. We want to trade those back up. Uh, and this is an important thing because some coins somewhere down the road here are going to go to zero value. And I don't know if it'll be any coins that we're trading. It might be, and that's a possibility, right? But with Digibot, the way that we designed it is to take any negative value and put that in what we call a ledger system. We put that in a trade ledger as a negative value. And we specifically let Digi focus on that negative value. And we trade that negative value back to a positive value, either through it, as say a coin went to zero value and it's no longer a viable coin. We'll take that and attach it to Bitcoin or another coin that is viable, and then trade that value back to a profit. So we don't ever lose sight of a negative position or negative trade. Okay, extremely important when thinking about what Digi does and how Digi does it. So let's go here. Hang on one second. I got too many windows open. Apologize. All right, from current slide. All right, so we kind of established Digi loves winning trades. We showed you those winning trades. One thing I didn't show you at the bottom, and I apologize, tonight's a little bit different than normal. We have over 12,000 winning trades. In fact, hang on. That is absolutely worth seeing. Okay, I'll scroll to the bottom. In Kraken alone, we have 12,600 winning trades. We have that same amount, actually a little bit more in Binance. So far this month, we're almost at 25,000 winning trades for our traders. So very, very exciting. And we're very proud of that. So here we go. So yes, we have winning trades. We love winning trades. That's what Digi does. Let's dig in here just a little bit. I want to talk about another way to get people to what I believe is $1 million, which that will be one Bitcoin. We have a very, very solid comp plan, and I'm going to go through it. I used to not do this. I used to kind of sidestep the comp plan and not pay a lot of attention to it. But I realized it was a major mistake, and it was a major, I really let down a lot of people by not doing this, because this is another way to help you accumulate a piece of Bitcoin. And I'm going to show that to you. We have a 3-level comp plan. First level pays 12%. Anybody on your second level, we pay a higher amount, 23% to you, and then 4% on that third level. Super important. We believe in helping you make money, and we believe that everybody on this call, if we dig in this year, trading our crypto coins with Digi and doing some of the things that we're doing with the new emerging coins, we believe everybody on this call has the potential, not the guarantee, but has the potential to become a millionaire. And I think it's realistic, because for the first time, we have an asset that is increasing in value that could make that happen. And each one of us could own enough of that asset to potentially make that happen. And I'm going to show you how we can do that as we go through these slides. Digibot has a commission X factor. And this is what is so important about our comp plan. And it's a big one. And it's a big difference, because we pay in, not dollars, we pay in Bitcoin. So every time you get paid, you're going to make a fraction of a Bitcoin. And that Bitcoin, your payment may be $50, $100 today, right? But you make a bunch of those in the comp plan. Every time somebody renews, you make a little bit of Bitcoin. And someday, when that little piece of Bitcoin you're accumulating now is worth $1 million, that could make a significant difference in your life. And so between trading and the comp plan, we believe that if this happens, we can help a lot of people. I believe we can help a ton of people that eventually become millionaires, or $500,000 or $100,000 or $200,000, depending on what level they want to achieve. But it's so realistic now that we have a utility, the Bitcoin, to make that happen. So let's go on. Let's dig in here. So basically, you should have, if you had about 1,000 Bitcoins back when they were cheaper, right? You could have bought 10,000 of them in 2011. Today, that would be worth about $50 million. Well, we missed 2011. And the key is us don't miss 2021. Let's figure out how we can get in the game and play at a level that we want to get to, right? All of us desire that financial freedom. And a lot of us think that financial freedom is going to come many different ways, but usually the ways that we think about that financial freedom usually has a lot of things tied to it. Owning your own business. I own DigieBot. I own another company called Cooler Brands. Tremendous amount of responsibility to owning a business and running businesses, right? And all of these magazines kind of promote the glamour of owning your business. I got a clue for you. Owning a business is not that glamorous. It's a lot of work, right? And really at the end of the day, when we think about owning a business, what are we really thinking about? We're really thinking about financial freedom. That's what we really want. At least I think that's what most people want. It's what I want, right? And it doesn't always come from owning a business. It comes from being smart at the right times and getting involved in the right stuff that allows that to happen. And then if it happens this way with Bitcoin, as we move into this, it comes with not the strings attached that a business has, right? It doesn't come with, paying payroll taxes and taking care of employees and filing all the paperwork with the governments and doing all those things that become a burden in owning a business. It's owning a simple what? It's owning a simple Bitcoin, right? And that Bitcoin guaranteed is going to be a lot more freedom if it hits $1 million than owning a business, right? And how many businesses really allow us to become millionaires, right? So DigieBot does not pay in dollars. And this is the X factor I was talking about that's so important. And here's why. We pay in Bitcoin. And the reason we pay in Bitcoin is because the dollar or fiat currencies are really declining. We have stimulus packages. We have all kinds of things that are driving the value of the dollar down, right? But on the other hand, the Bitcoin is going vertical. It's going up, right? So if I were to pay in dollars, today it's worth $1. Tomorrow it's not quite worth $1. And in 10 years from now, it's worth less than $1, right? Because the dollar keeps going down. There is no point that I can foresee, and I bet you believe the same thing, that a single dollar bill will ever be worth $1 million, right? I can't foresee that. I don't think you can either. Back when Bitcoin was less than $1, 10 cents, 22 cents, we probably couldn't foresee Bitcoin becoming worth $1 million, or even when Bitcoin was worth $1, equal to the dollar, we couldn't see that. But now we have some clear road signs, clear signals that's saying that we are on the right path to potentially accumulate wealth if we do this right. So here we go. Let me show you how we make $1 million for real. I think this is a realistic potential plan. Again, there's no guarantees, guys, but it's not just based on getting paid dollars. It's really based upon getting paid an asset that increases in value, okay? So here's what we look at. And we've seen all of these things with affiliate plans, and you're gonna see it here. But the difference here tonight, again, is the Bitcoin. It's not something that you're just gonna go make a little bit of money with. If you brought in two people, and those two people brought in two people, so two directs, indirect, when Bitcoin hits $1 million, this group of people here could be worth about $59,000 to you. That's not a lot of work for 59 grand. And you helped these guys get into crypto and change their lives. You helped them actually make money. You didn't sell them some juice or something else, right? You got them into an industry that is actually changing the world, and it's going to change their lives too, for real. Whether they do any kind of marketing or not, if they just trade, it's going to change their world, right? So it's a very positive thing to get people involved in. This plus trading accumulation, so the affiliate accumulation plus the trading accumulation will add up really nice. How much it'll be, I don't know, right? Because it depends on your trade account size. But your potential is very, very good in this space. So let's look at it a little bit more. Let's say we got a little bit more aggressive. You brought in 4 people, they brought in 4. We've all heard these kind of numbers before, but we haven't seen this, that it becomes worth $217,000. Plus all of these people had the exact same opportunity to go bring people in, 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and or not bring anybody in and simply trade. But trading accumulation plus the affiliate gets us closer to that $1 million mark. Well, what actually kind of really gets us close to the $1 million mark? Here we go. Let's look at it. It's just 10 people, right? You bring 10 and they bring 10. And you go, oh my gosh, that's a lot. Guys, this is the hottest market right now on the planet. So many people are talking about crypto and talking about the Bitcoin. I just opened up my mouth where I play golf. I love playing golf, right? So I opened up my mouth that I got a trading bot that's trading it. I can't go out now without people asking me about crypto. Everybody wants to know. Where this used to be hard, when you know, you might be selling a vitamin or a lotion or something like that, everybody on the planet is cluing into the blockchain and Bitcoin, and it's going to ramp up over this year. We're going to see more and more people have honest questions, and if we have the right and honest answer, I don't think this is going to be hard. A little bit of work, yes, absolutely. But when you think about it, if Bitcoin hits $1 million, this could be equal to $1.2 million. How much work would it be if I owned and started my own business to get my business to give me $1 million? It's a ton of work. Long days, long nights, weekends, nonstop to start a business and get it going. How much work is this? I don't think it's near that. I think it's just sharing, you know, Bitcoin and sharing Digi and talking about this space and really the opportunity that the future is going to hold. And more than that, let's just touch on this just for a second. I believe the people that don't get involved in this space are really going to miss the boat. It's going to hurt them. And I think this space, the way the world is turning to the blockchain, and when you do your research and you understand that, I think anybody that misses this opportunity doesn't just miss a financial gain opportunity. They really miss a financial stability and positioning opportunity, which I think is super important for everybody. So I think we do everybody a service really to try to not get them just into Digi or into crypto, right? But to get them thinking about crypto, get them thinking about this space so that they are prepared for what I believe the future is going to open up into the blockchain and what we're doing here. So the trading plus accumulation plus bringing in affiliates is a great way to potentially hit and or become a millionaire. And I honestly believe that. Again, no guarantees, but I'm going to show you hypothetically what that really looks like. And this is why I'm so passionate about it now, because I didn't do it last year. This green column represents last year when Bitcoin was around $8,000 to 10 to 6 in that range. If I had done this last year with my traders last year, and I had really focused and explained to them the importance of helping people get into the blockchain like I'm doing tonight, they could have potentially accumulated last year 4.83 Bitcoin by just doing what I just showed you. That would have made them worth $4 million, $4,800,000, almost $5 million when Bitcoin hits $1 million. Okay. So I think I made a mistake last year. I don't want to make the same mistake with everybody this year. I really want to bring home how important it is to be in the space and accumulating Bitcoin however you can. This is just one more way. If we get back into this 40 to 20,000 range, right now we're at 50, we're above this range. I'm hoping that we come back down, that we're in this range for a while, so that we can accumulate Bitcoin. And if we bring people into Digi and we're accumulating when it's in this range, we have a potential to really bring in about 1.28 Bitcoin. And that would make us $1 million when it hits a million. If it gets at 50 and above, it's going to be a little bit more work. It'll take a little bit longer. This just represents what it would be at all things equal. I still think it's possible to get there. We're going to have to do more things with more coins and emerging coins that we're working on to make that possible. But just on this side, you can see that the longer we wait, the higher Bitcoin goes, the more difficult it becomes to accumulate that one Bitcoin. So very important to be involved and be active as soon as possible. Okay, so here we go. Makes us a little happy when we think about getting paid in Bitcoin. And again, everything we do is all about not just Bitcoin. And I'm focusing on Bitcoin tonight. I think there'll be other coins like Polkadot. There'll be Ethereum version 2.0. There'll be a number of coins, Litecoin, that I think will have maybe potential that to have a mini X factor, just like Bitcoin, or maybe even more of an X factor than Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is just the one we're talking about tonight, just to be clear, okay? So how much does it cost to get involved in Digi? We're almost done. I'll bring this home real quick. We believe in paying per trade. We don't have an annual fee. We don't have a monthly fee. Just whatever trades Digi takes for you, you pay for that trade. So this gives you an example. A $100 trade would be 50 cents. Just I put it in dollars so it's easy to understand, but it'd be 50 cents. If I took a $50 trade, it'd be 25 cents. So it's in direct relationship to the size of the trade. I can go all the way down to $10. I can go all the way up to thousands of dollars per trade. And I have some people in both of those boats. But at $200, for example, you see it's $1 per trade. So it's very, very inexpensive to get involved with Digi. All you do is buy one of these prepaid cards here. If you're just starting off and your trades are going to be about $100 or less, the $100 card down here is the card to start with. And I have a discount on that card tonight for you just to make that happen. That'll be coming up next. We believe, just like Abraham Lincoln said, the best way to predict our future is to create it. That's exactly what we're doing in DigieBot. We're taking total control of our future in 2021, both with DigieBot's automated trading. We're going to be doing things as a community in the new emerging coins that have huge X factor returns as they come out, to have that faster growth, to have more money in Digi for Digi to trade. We're going to take real control over what our future is going to look like in 2021 and 2022 so that we can relax, get that freedom that we're wanting in our lives that I believe so many of us are trying to achieve. So here we go. Here's our discount. It's on that $100 card, guys. It's 30% off for this week. So you could use this code. And if you choose to participate with us, we would enjoy having you. And we want to offer this discount to help you make that happen and give Digi a test ride and see what it's all about. Also like to invite you to be part of our Facebook group. You don't have to be in Digi to do that. We just like having you in so we can talk about crypto to you. And if you like what you heard tonight, get back to the person that invited you, and we'll see what we can do to help you out. So I personally just want to thank you for taking the time to listen. And I really, whether you get involved in Digi or not, and this is sincere, I really hope you pay attention to this space, because I think like never before, If you get involved with the right team, the right group, the right people, the right opportunity, there's going to be serious money to be made in the blockchain in 2021. Again, thank you for taking your time. That's it for the presentation, and we'll go on to the next part here. So I'm going to stop sharing and not hit end.
Oh, did I take it from you? I think you're host again. Can you stop and start the recording?